Okay, I often get asked the question, why do I need a group or why do I need a Facebook page? What is the difference between them? So this video is here to clarify exactly when you would use either scenario, whether you use a Facebook page or whether you use a Facebook group. So I hope this video clears it up for you. So when we use a Facebook page, many years ago, Facebook decided that it really wanted you to pay for the privilege of getting your posts seen on your page. So basically, it stripped us of our engagement on our pages. So Facebook actually want us to pay for the privilege of getting our posts seen. So when you post on a Facebook page, just keep in mind that only 5% of your followers will ever see that post. It's not going to show it to all your followers or your likes. It wants us to pay for the privilege. So Facebook pages are very, very much relevant to the ads platform. So really, unless you're going to run ads, you don't really need a page, okay? Having said that, some people use pages and they really focus on them, but it's harder work because we haven't got the same tools that Facebook give us within groups. Because Facebook wants us to interact socially, it wants us to build communities, it wants people on their social platform to be part of communities. And what better place than in a group? So over the last few years, it's rolled out so many tools and it's still rolling out new tools and features within Facebook group that give us more power to nurture our audience. So I'll just go onto my group here and I'll show you just a few of the features that Facebook give us. Okay, if you're going to do organic marketing, you really do need a Facebook group, because if you imagine that your personal profile is like the front of the house, okay, you let people in the front of the house, and that's really you letting friends in the door. You're making new friends who in effect should be possibly an ideal prospect, somebody who looks like your ideal client. So you're bringing them in through the front door onto your personal profile, and then you're inviting them in various different ways, which I cover in my $17 a month program. You invite them into your group. Okay, very clever ways of getting people into your group. Now, once they're in your group, it's almost like the barbecue at the back of the house where you're having, wine and burgers and you're nurturing these people at the back of the house in the garden. So that's how it's likened. So Facebook want us to use groups to interact, to socialise, form communities of people within their platform. So just a few features that you can use within groups that you don't get on your page. You don't get many features on your page. You of course get the boost post button here if you want to boost a post, because it's all about ads. So within your group here, just a few features I'm just going to go into, just very quickly. You've got this feature at the top, the scrolling banner, where you can pin things to the top of your group, the most important posts within your group. So your new members coming in, they're going to scroll through here and have a look at what you've got to offer. It's almost like, the front window of a shop. And we don't have that on our pages. So not only that, but you've got your 3 questions, which really, really help to qualify people coming into your group. It helps get their contact information. And also it allows you that opportunity to show your people coming in what you do and how you help. It's almost like a clarity piece. And we don't get that on our page, okay? So not only that, but you can schedule your posts, okay? You can schedule your posts. So every Wednesday I schedule my posts so I don't forget, because, it's easy to get busy. So we're allowing members in, and within this section, I know who's coming into the group. An hour ago, all these people are coming into the group, and, we're qualifying them, we're getting the details. So not only that, but we there's so many features here. It allows us to show what engagement we get, what growth we get within our group. And really, we want to see our group growing consistently. So over the last, since November the 7th, you can see my group is growing consistently, because a non-growing group is a dying group. So it allows us to have all these tools. It tells us what our top engaged posts are, even, which posts are the top engagers. It's got your guide section, so you can show your authority. So if you go back to the homepage, it shows you've got a guide section here where you can put all your events and your workshops in. So it really shows that you've got authority in your niche. And it's a great way. You can almost put a course in here. I know people who have sold courses, and that people pay and then they're allowed in the group, and the course is literally within the guide section. So it's a great way to gather things. It's a great way to run all your events. So if you look at here, community home, you'll see that, I've got my events. They've changed where it is, but let's have a look. Yeah, here we are. So if you go to your events, you can run events, okay? You can run events to your audience. You can invite them. You can nurture them. And running those events alone is a fascinating subject because we can build interest to the event prior to it happening in very clever ways. And we can't do that on our page, okay? Our page is really there to run ads from, to let people know what we do, okay? And we don't get the engagement that we do within our group. So very simply answered, if you're going to run ads, you definitely need a Facebook page. But if you really want to nurture a community, get loads of leads out organically, get engagement up and pull people from Facebook into your paid offers, you have to have a Facebook group, because Facebook are placing so much importance on this now, and they have for the last few years. So I hope that's really made the distinction. You can't run ads from Facebook group at all, but you can run ads from a page, but that the engagement and the reach is limited, okay, with the page. So I hope that helps in a very, very simple explanation. Obviously, we do need a personal profile. We do need a personal profile to also have a group or have a page. So, we have to have the personal profile. And for those of you who don't want a group or don't want to run ads, you can get clients from your personal profile alone. So literally, let me just go to my personal profile. You can put posts out on your personal profile, and you can put posts out, you can draw leads from your personal profile, but just be aware that we're only allowed 5,000 friends on our personal profile. So you'll come to a point where you will stop growing. Okay, but within a Facebook group, you can have as many as you like. The number is unlimited. That's why people go for groups, because there's so many tools in there that we can use. The tag feature, the group questions, all the features we can use within our group. We don't get them on our page. But you can still just use a personal profile, but just be aware there is a maxed out limit on the number of seats available. And that's only 5,000 friends alone. But just remember, if you have a group and you have a personal profile, which you have to have, you have 2 bites of the cherry. So if you've got the friends on your personal profile and those are also members in your group, every time you post, they're going to see you twice. Okay, so that's another reason of having a group, because you get 2 bites of the cherry. Just keep in mind, there generally are 4 main issues when it comes to Facebook groups, but they can all be easily overcome. So the first one is building the group in the first place and building it consistently, so you get sort of floods of new members coming in. Another one is the engagement in groups. A lot of group owners tend to struggle to get the engagement from their members. The third one is, if they've got a lot of members in there, it's getting them re-engaged, because a lot of older members tend to, go a bit stagnant. So a third issue is getting members re-engaged in a group that an existing group owner has. And the fourth one is migrating those people out of the group into paid offers. So there generally is 4 main issues. The fifth one really is content. What should I post in there? How often should I post? So my latest client in my $17 a month program, his big issue was building his group, because he only had 1 member coming in every other week, which he's not going to be able to monetize his group at that. So he came into my $17 a month program and has learned the skills of how to build the group consistently by at least, I think he's building it by 25 members a week now as we speak. So that's on his own without a VA, and we can do awesome things with groups by building